Hey. Hi, Alex.
You hear us, Alex?
Yep, I got you now.
Hey, bud, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Great. I'm Bama Brown. This is Heather White from KVET in Austin.
Good to meet you guys.
Good to meet you. Congratulations, first off, on your win last week, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Man, it was cool to be a part of it, to be a part of Hendrick Motorsports 1234. It was really, really neat.
Dude, we love you forever for saying, "Help me, Tom Cruise."
Oh, man.
My God.
That was awesome. Talladega Night reference. That was great.
It was on a lot of fire. So, yeah, I didn't really quite know what to do, but yeah, I was definitely on some fire.
Now, with Mr. Hendricks, when you burn a car down, do you have to pay for that? Does that come out of your check or what's that?
No, it sure doesn't. So that's kind of perks to the job there for sure.
Okay. All right. So we've got a great group of listeners that wanted to say hello to you. Let's just go in order and say your name and say hi to our young friend here, Alex.
Start with you, Nick.
Hey there, Nick Rader, Austin, Texas.
Good to meet you.
Chuck.
Chuck Collins from Buda, Texas.
All right.
Good to see you.
Hi, I'm Tracy McMichael from Austin, Texas, but not originally. So
cool.
Samantha.
Hi, I'm Samantha. Also not from Austin.
We think Samantha may be a hostage, and it's a whole other thing. We're not gonna worry about it. And then finally we have Darryl also. He wanted to say hi.
Hey Alex, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Good. Been a Hendrick Motorsports fan since 1992.
Oh, that's awesome. Cool.
Well, we're really happy to have you on here. And is this how many times you've been to Austin, Alex?
So I've only been there once. Never raced at COTA, so excited to get to the racetrack and kind of see the new challenges of it. I think it's going to be extremely challenging in the Cup cars. They're challenging on road courses that are straightforward. So on a kind of awkward road course and unique road course like COTA, it's going to be really interesting to try to figure out.
What's it like going out there compared to, I mean, obviously it was, well, I don't know. I'm a girl. It was designed for Formula One, right? So there's not lots of room. What's that going to be like driving?
Yeah, it's going to make it really difficult in the Cup cars. I think even, listening to some of the F1 guys, they talked about how unique and kind of weird it was in areas. And that's only going to be magnified with a 3,500 pound tank. So yeah, just trying to get a hold of the place is going to be difficult. It seems pretty slick and, really long straightaways, really hard braking zones. It's going to be really hard on the race cars. So it's going to be a challenge. And I think 40 of us are going to do our best to put on a good show for you guys.
I don't know if you know this, your car is twice as heavy and the tires on a Formula One are twice as wide. I learned that from Days of Thunder. I don't know if you saw that movie, but that's what I know
exactly.
about.
We have way less tire. We have less brakes. We have probably similar horsepower, maybe a little less horsepower, but way less downforce, less grip.
Plus you have Kyle Busch banging into you the entire race. So, I mean, you got that.
Yeah, plus we run into each other a lot. So, yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be much more of a contact sport than F1 is when they go there. But
I'm gonna do this now, and then I'm gonna let everybody else talk. But I'm gonna get it. So, we talk about NASCAR on air all the time, and I hate Joey Logano. So this is your bullseye for the week, all right? Because he found out I dogged him. He actually sent an autograph picture to me.
That was nice of him.
Yeah, that's so great guy. I mean, he's a nice guy, but I hate his guts. So this is the guy. I don't care what turn. This is your bullseye. Okay. Now I'm gonna let everybody else say hi and talk and everything. So
all right.
Hey Alex, what is your favorite classic car or truck? Vintage wise.
It's hard for me to pick favorite cars because I'm a big car guy. I have a lot of different stuff, and I feel like, your favorites are kind of always changing, but I have a 66 C10 that's fully restored, but it's kind of a little modernized. It's on air ride. It's got It's got a LS7 in it that's like heads cam, makes about 600 horsepower.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it's got a 9-inch, has heat and air, has a good stereo in it. So it's a good driver. It's really nice. And so that's probably my favorite classic for now, but that could change pretty easily.
Awesome.
Darryl had his hand raised.
Darryl?
Alex, specifically, I was curious, what was the most pressure for you going from getting into the 88 car with Hendrick Motorsports or taking over the 7-time champion car of Jimmy Johnson?
Ooh, another good question.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's hard to say. I think, those first couple years initially were probably the most pressure in the 88. Since we've won a couple now, it's kind of not more relaxed, but just I can be more confident in things and not feel like I'm kind of racing for my life the whole time. So it's been a lot of fun. Both were unique challenges, but working with Ally this year has been really cool.
Awesome.
Samantha and Tracy?
Yeah, I just wondered, hi Alex, how are you?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Good, thank you. I just wondered how difficult it was, or if it's a natural progression going from the midget cars up to the NASCAR cars, and if it's a lot more frightening, or if it's just natural for you to get into it.
Yeah, I would say getting in a midget or a sprint car is probably, more intense, or I wouldn't say it's frightening, but the risk is way higher in one of those cars than it is in, a Cup Series car or any kind of stock car, really. So, you kind of feel like Superman the first time you drive a stock car because you have so much around you and stuff hurts a little bit less, at least. So, but it was a natural progression kind of from series to series, and it's cool to be able to go back and run those cars from time to time as well.
That's awesome. Yeah.
I love you guys' questions so far. Chuck,
Yeah.
you have one? I feel like we're like leaving you out here.
Yeah, absolutely. Alex, I wanted to congratulations on the win last week.
Thank you.
It's great to watch you and so proud to see you win. I know you've been fighting, and it's good to see you in the winner's circle. But does Roscoe and Finn ever travel with you on the road?
Do we have any Kyle Busch fans? Because this is a Kyle Busch. So no Kyle Busch fans. Okay, so I won't offend anybody here. Kyle ruined that for everybody at Hendrick Motorsports. His dog peed on the plane and he didn't clean it up.
Oh, no.
So they won't let Roscoe or Finn fly. So they go to some of the races that we drive to, but that's about it.
Oh,
That's too funny. We got some inside scoop here.
I've
That's
got-
awesome.
I've got a question. Have you ever you were talking about how much danger was in the sprints versus have you ever just went, this is scary? Like out loud to yourself when you're behind the wheel, anytime in your in the Cups or whatever,
Probably the first time I ran USAC midget at Phoenix on pavement on the mile. I was like 16 and those cars were ridiculously fast around that place. They don't go to anywhere near that big anymore for a reason. So just running a car that fast that's really small and doesn't have a lot going on around it at a place
Right.
that big was pretty sketchy for sure.
And you got tires right next to you that are easily touched and send you
Yeah.
flying. Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
So people giving you orders like what to go eat in Austin?
No, we're pretty locked down on staying at the racetrack and stuff like that still. So I'll probably be in my bus and kind of hanging out, unfortunately, this trip. But on one of the next ones, I'll have to get out because there looks like there's a lot of cool places.
Dude,
Yeah.
there's some really, really good food here.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Who's got another question? Anybody?
I know.
Darryl?
Oh, Nick's got his hand up.
Okay, Nick.
Oh, God.
Do you have any concern about the tire wear and the length of the segments going into all these 20 turns that you're going to have?
Yeah, hard to say until we practice. I don't really know yet. Feel like we'll have a better idea after practice what the tire wear and tire fall off is going to be, and evaluate it from there. Road courses, you typically want to pit under green. You don't want to pit under caution. So green flag stops are going to be key. Maximizing that's going to be really important. And we're kind of going to have to figure it all out when we get there.
What do you think about the rain tires? Are they going to do that at some point, you think, or?
Yeah, I mean, if it rains, we'll use them as long as it's not like flooding. So it's cool to have that option. And I don't know. It looks like there's some rain in the forecast. So
yeah, we're worried about it.
We were hoping it would stay away. It looked good for a while, but Texas weather, man, you just never know.
Never know.
Darryl?
Alex, has anybody said anything about the possibility of comparing? I realize nobody's, I guess, has been to COTA, but any engineers or anybody that deal with tracks, have they said anything about what they could compare this track to that you guys have been on?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say they really compare all the road courses to each other, but it's probably the closest to Sonoma as far as other places that we go to. It's not very close to Sonoma, but Watkins Glen's quite a bit different. Everywhere we go is really straightforward, and COTA is not. So it's going to be really interesting to see how it all plays out.
Have you gotten to do the simulator and the computer with it?
Yeah, it was difficult. Without having been there much, it's hard to say what's real and what's not real once you get in the simulator with it. So just trying to figure it all out and get ourselves dialed in to be the most prepared that we can.
That first turn's amazing, they say, and from everybody you talk to.
Tracy?
Yeah, for sure. It's a big hill and sharp corners. So hopefully we don't mess it up on lap 1.
Tracy, go ahead.
I just want to know, how did you get into this?
My dad was a big race fan, started racing go-karts when I was 7. Got lucky and met the right people from there. Had a lot of big breaks along the way and some ups and downs over the course of my career, but it all just really stemmed from my dad being a big fan of NASCAR.
How interesting.
Yeah. Who else? What else?
Chuck?
Yeah. Well, I watched you on the iRacing on Wednesday. Hope you do better on Sunday than you did in iRacing.
Me too, buddy. That wasn't good.
Also, the Chili Bowl with your Hendrick teammate over there with Larson seemed like he dominated that. You guys making some major changes for next year, or do you think what happened there? Because I felt like you were going to be pretty successful in that. So.
Yeah, we never really struggled in that building before until this year, and this year was a big struggle. So, I don't know. We didn't change much. I think we had a lot of guys catch up to kind of where we were at and catch on to some things that we were doing. So, definitely going to change some stuff for next year. Change the race cars quite a bit, but excited to get back there because it's probably the best week of the year. It's a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Thank you.
So it looks like we're running out of time. Alex, thank you so much for your time. Oh, look at him.
Memorize it. In the
Thank
wall.
You guys, I appreciate it. Thanks for all the questions.
I don't even want to see any paint on this car when it's done. I want nothing but black tire marks. All right?
I don't want to tear up my car.
Okay. Well, put Kyle into him. Do it that way, and then let Kyle do all the dirty work. So this is what I want.
And thank
Sounds
you guys
good.
for being here today. But
we love you, buddy.
Thank you
Great.
so much.
Thank you
all.
And our listeners,
Have a good one.
Have a great race.
Yeah, man. Good luck.
Thank
Good
you
luck.
so much.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks, guys. Thank y'all for
Thank y'all.
listening to us. Was that
Bama
fun?
and Heather.
That was awesome.
Bama and
Great.
Heather.
Great.
You
Thank
guys,
you very
thank you so
much.
much. It was great to meet y'all.